We know what the attributes of a good money are, and we know that only about 5% of the world owns any Bitcoin at all, which means 95% of the world owns zero Bitcoin. Zero Bitcoin for 95% of the world. Very few of that 5% have any meaningful amount of Bitcoin. Most of the 5% of people who own any Bitcoin, it represents a very small percent of their assets, which means not only does 95% of the world need a better money, the other 5% who own some Bitcoin needs a lot more Bitcoin than they currently own, which means if you're buying Bitcoin now, you are buying an asset where you know the world needs the category, which is money. You know what the better money is in advance, which is Bitcoin, and you can buy it before 95% of the world has figured that out, or before 98 or 99% of the world has fully figured it out. So I can predict in the future that Bitcoin will have a massive increase in its price. And I can do that entirely based on first principles. Now, again, the problem is you can't do that in any other category. If somebody said, I can predict with certainty that Tesla will win the marketplace because humans are going to drive cars and Tesla's the best electric car, it's like, yeah, but it might not stay that way. For a bunch of reasons that I've covered in numerous other videos, there is no reason to believe that Bitcoin will ever have serious competition from anything. Bitcoin will benefit from a massive increase in price at some point, probably 2026, but, the future's uncertain. What is not uncertain is that it will happen. It is not certain the time frame when that will happen. But the world needs better money right now. The Federal Reserve is cranking up the money printers to print gazillions of dollars, which is going to cause a ton of inflation, which is going to massively decrease the purchasing power of your dollars. And increasingly, the world will move away from the US dollar, which has already happened. If you look at the amount of US dollars on balance sheets of central banks, the percentage of holdings in US dollars is going down. Down. If you look at the amount of US dollars held by people who are as a percentage of their total assets, that is going down. People are trying to get out of US dollars into something else. That something else increasingly will be Bitcoin. So my advice stays the same. Buy as much Bitcoin as you can. Hold on to it for as long as conceivably possible. It's like buying a winning lottery ticket and you're just waiting for everything to play out. But if you know you have a winner, then you buy as much as you can and you hold on to it for as long as possible, because eventually it is the winner. And you can do that in money. You can't do that in other categories, which is why it makes so much more sense to invest in Bitcoin as compared to anything else.